So what I wanted to talk about is, you know how when a relationship or a situationship doesn't work out and then there's someone wondering, why not me? Or why didn't they feel like they could go to the next level with me or want to go to the next level with me? Or why did they choose someone else, this or that? My perspective currently now, after having gone through a lot in life in the past, after having done so much shadow work and done so much work on self and coming into a sense of confidence, is the why really just doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Right. Lula said, don't take do it. So yeah, the why doesn't matter. Because, and I've been there in the past before I met my husband. With past relationships, I was way more insecure. I'm not necessarily proud of a lot of the shadow side of myself that I was then. But at some point, yeah, baby, at some point, I just felt like enough was enough, and I started to do the shadow work and working on myself and working on my inner healing. And when I got to a place of really, I had to hit a rock bottom before I really started to just feel like I'd rather be alone and never settle again than to just have someone, whether it's me wanting them more than they wanted me, or whether it was just a good person but it didn't feel right. Like, it just didn't matter. So I got to a point where I felt like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to settle anymore. And right before I met my husband, I was in this place of just feeling really the most confident I had ever had been, having just come out of a relationship that just was not working for me. And in the past, I had a pattern of being in situationships with people that would not commit to me. And then in the most recent ex I had before my husband, who's my now husband, it just wasn't a fit for me. Like, I just felt he was a good person. He just was not my match. And so I'm the one that really had to get out of that because I was not happy. And I just was like, I'm not going to settle one way or the other. And then I met my husband, who obviously is my husband, and he is my match, etc. And so on. So back to my point, the why doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, in my opinion, after, having learned so much and having come into my confidence, because it doesn't matter if they didn't like how you were breathing. It doesn't matter if they didn't like how you chew. It doesn't matter if it's something deeper, like they loved someone else or whatever it is. Chemistry was off. The fact is, something just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel a fit. They felt uncertain. So at the end of the day, yes, baby. Yeah. At the end of the day, they didn't feel you were your person, and that's just enough reason to just let go so that someone who is certain of you, someone who can be your person, can come in. And that's just my opinion on it. Let me know yours. The why just doesn't really matter. Now, it doesn't mean that you should go to the extreme of things and just feel like, that someone should just accept me for who I am, as I am, no matter what. I mean, sometimes we really do have a shadow side of ourselves that we need to work on. So continue to work on the parts of yourself that you don't necessarily feel the most proud about, or that you feel are becoming a destruction to your own life or progression. Work on those things. But at the same time, if someone just feels like they're not sure about you, or it's just not a fit, or that it's just not a match, or they just can't commit, whatever it is, then just keep it moving. The why just really doesn't matter. And sitting there and wondering why is just going to drain your time and energy. I mean, unless that why is to reflect upon how you can become better for you, and which would then bring in better opportunities to meet people that are a match at the next and best, better version of yourself, then okay, ask those kinds of why. But to ask like, oh, why wasn't I good enough, or was it something I did or whatever? Just at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. Hopefully, am I making sense? Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Bye.